Hello viewers, today we're going to be doing a clean and service on a Kenmore 116 vacuum. Take a look at the model number more specifically once I get it up here on the bench. It is a 116 3106 9110. Takes the O bag, a UB1 belt, which I have some new ones right there, and takes the bulb 20-5248 and the Kenmore EF-1 filter. I think that this is pretty low hours. The filter, it's a little dirty, but it's not anything crazy. I'll order a new one, but I'm not concerned about it for now. Inside here is very clean. This is overall in very good condition if this was in regular service for any amount of time. These have pretty good filtration too. We got a nice seal around there. I believe these are HEPA certified. So we have an issue with the brush roll. Take a look at the front here right quick. I got this a while back. I paid only $15 for it, which is a steal. These are very good vacuums. And other than some paint marks there, which maybe we can clean off, it's in really good condition. It is missing some of the attachments, but at least we have the crevice tool and the extension wand here. There would also have been a floor, how does this work here? Doubles the length. There would have also been like a wide floor attachment for this and a smaller brush for cleaning furniture. And this I don't think goes with it. This was just randomly at the Goodwill in the vacuum section and it matched, so I thought it went on there, so I just threw it in there, but upon closer inspection, although it certainly looks right, I don't think that it's the right thing, because it just doesn't quite fit in there. But I suppose as long as it fits on the hose, then it doesn't matter. It does, so I think we'll just assign this to this vacuum whether or not it really belongs there. Whatever, good enough. So I believe that these are pretty easy to service. I have not worked on this particular model before ever, so this may be a learning experience, but from what I understand about the way these are designed, this will not be difficult. Really got to get the carpet put back on this bench, or installed for the first time. Just going to lean it on the carpet like this, a little piece here to protect the front of it. Oh, this goes to a different vacuum. I put that aside. That goes to a Hoover upright vacuum. I gotta remember to fix that. Alright, so here's the brush roll. It has some hair in it, but as someone with a lot of hair, I can tell that this amount of hair accumulation is like 4 or 5 vacuums. It's not a lot of use at all. So I really don't think that this has many hours on it. I think that this is actually toolless. This comes off over here, and this button releases it over here, I think, right? And then I think that that's all that is required. hung up on this wheel here. There we go. Yeah, that's pretty easy. So we'll go ahead and clean up this brush roll. And as you can see, our belt is completely snapped. And so that's why that's not working at all. I'd be willing to bet that what happened was something got caught inside the machine and it just melted the belt apart on the shaft, because you can see where it wore down, and that probably ended the service life of the unit because it no longer worked. But we can fix that, it's easy. Yeah, this brush roll is like almost new. I'm going to turn on another vacuum and suck up this stuff while I do this, because it's kicking up everywhere. Okay, the brush roll is a lot more presentable now. Certainly work a lot better. And this is definitely low hours. These bristles are long, they're stiff, there's no evidence of any of them breaking off yet. So this brush roll is still good to use. And this is a nice solid brush roll. These are very stiff brushes. Okay, so what I need to figure out is how this... Okay, so this mechanism, what I'm adjusting right now is the carpet versus hard floor. And I think the way this works is that mechanism just releases I don't really see how that would work. Oh, there we go. It's got to go all the way back. You know what? That might have also been the source of failure. If that is like that, where it starts to stop initially, it's not going to, it's still going to spin on the shaft. It's got to push back pretty hard to really disengage it, I think. Even then, I'm still not convinced it's not going to be spinning on the shaft there. Well, I'm not sure I like that design, but I'm almost always going to be using this to clean carpet pretty much exclusively, and if I was to use it to clean a hard floor, I'd most likely use the hose anyways, so not worried about it. But I think that that might have something to do with why it failed initially. Well, the belts are a consumable part, just like the brush roll, and they will fail over time, but this is catastrophic. This is not normal. Normally they just get a little loose and start to slip. So I'm going to go here and hook this around the shaft. The shaft is a little rusty. That's not ideal. We might need to, if we find that it starts to go through belts quickly, we'll have to go in there and clean that off. But it goes like that. And then what I don't understand is if we move this lever into the... Well, I guess it does actually take it away from the shaft. It's kind of a dodgy design though. I don't know, let's see how it operates once we actually get get the thing assembled. So this portion here is where the belt goes, and it's wood. Some of these, I don't know if necessarily this particular model, but Hoover, for example, made some of these out of plastic, and they would actually wear down. These wood ones are pretty much immune to that. So now this, this takes a lot of force. It's very stiff. Pull this back so that this slides in here, and it's perfectly normal for this to be like almost unable to go in. That's just the tension that it operates at. Okay. Now it's a little bit misaligned here, so we're just going to turn it, try to pull it over, get it lined up. There we go. So this thing, allegedly, if we pull this back, yeah, it actually did. It did take it off the shaft completely, and now this is locked in place. I would not want to adjust this while it's on, because that'll shred the belt. Once you start getting from here and until it's all the way over, that's completely going to wreck the belt if you adjust that while it's on. I wonder if the manual tells you not to adjust it while it's turned on. It probably does. But anyways, that's that. This is working now. or it will be working when we turn it on. Everything's turning freely. We vacuumed in here. Let's go ahead and vacuum this out, get the extra pieces of dust off of here, and then we'll slip it back on. And we know that we have to push this kind of like that to clear the wheels. Something's not quite aligned right here. That's excellent. Very good design. And that wasn't fully in the frame. That stinks. It just snapped on. It was real easy if you couldn't see it. So these wheels here are the height adjustment. How high or low it is from the floor. And we can check our brush roll. If we look at it from level, do we see the bristles coming through? Plenty of them coming through. So the brush roll is still, I would say, at probably 95% life or higher. Alright, so that's good. That all checks out now. Do a quick vacuum of the rest of the machine to get that surface dust off, half of which is probably just from kicking around the studio here for the last several months. We got a filter in here that we'll check. This is just a basic foam pre-motor filter. This doesn't really capture anything other than major particles that somehow get around from the bag. It's a little dusty. We'll vacuum it off. Not sure how many times we're going to turn the vacuum here on and off and plug it in and out, but we're certainly getting pretty high on that number in this video. Leave that there and plugged in. Take a quick look inside the machine. There's the fan down there. I don't know if it's actually metal or if it just looks like it's metal. Sure looks like it's metal to me, but it's all clean in there. That's good. So I'll put this back. And I've got a new bag we'll put in there. And I'll order a new filter. I tend to just like to put a new filter in when I get secondhand stuff. Because you never know what kind of environment this stuff was used in. Although this whole thing is very clean, I suspect it was used in a pretty reasonable environment. Okay, that filter's in place. And we have a new O bag. This must be of recent make because it's got one of those RQ codes on there. Nice rubber seal on there. And it's just pushes on. I don't really understand why these bags don't just come flying off as soon as you turn it on, but they don't seem to. It just sits on there like that and nothing really seems to hold it in place. Okay. Well, let's put this on the floor and make sure that it works. I'm going to set the carpet adjustment to second highest notch. And we're going to, it's on carpet, that's bare floor, and that's carpet. So the brush roll should be on. Plug it into the kilowatt meter so we can make sure that the motor is not doing anything crazy. Should pull about probably 10 or 11 amps. Go over to that carpet so you can see it working. And the camera is about to run out of charge. Let's plug this camera in. Okay, good. That's reasonable. Plenty of airflow. Very good suction. That light should come on. Yep. Light down there is working. This is fully operational and ready for use. All it needed was a new belt, and it's good as new.